How can I help myself during COVID-19 is the title of this reading. And hi, I am Jamie Pfeffer. I am a psychic, an empath, a medium, and a card reader. Welcome to your newest Pick a Card reading. How can I help myself during COVID-19? In front of you, you have 3 different stacks of cards. This is stack A, this is stack B, and this is stack C. For stack A, you have a crystal bracelet here that is a very strong protection bracelet. It is made up of labradorite, black tourmaline, and golden tiger's eye. For this choice, the bracelet, the crystals are called Amazonite. Amazonite right here is the green. And this last one is yellow azeztulite. And I will put a link, if you would like to purchase any of these bracelets, I will put it in the description below. So once you make your choice, whether you want to choose stack A, B, or C, we will get on with the reading. Welcome to stack A, and we had this lovely bracelet with black tourmaline, labradorite, and golden tiger eye. And the title of the reading is, How Can I Help Myself During COVID-19? So we will take a look at your cards. And the first card out is Surrender to Trust. You are really being asked to surrender to trust at this time. Trust yourself in your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Wow. So I'm really hearing this may be about your career. If you're thinking about jumping into a new career, someone may be telling you that that's not a great idea or something of that matter. This card is telling you to trust yourself. It also says take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. Beautiful. So if you've been sitting in meditation and you are hearing to try something new or to do something new, this card is really telling you, it's a confirmation to go for it and to make sure that you really trust yourself. I'm also noticing a lot of green and then bluish energy on this card. So the green energy is about the heart chakra and it's about healing. And the bluish energy is really about the throat chakra, and it can also be for the third eye. But I really feel like for this, it's about the throat chakra. And also this color, it's just a healing, calming color. So that's what I've got for that. Wow, okay. Your next card out is Surrender to Divine Timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. So this is such a good card right now because I know that there's so many people out there that want to be doing stuff right now, and you really, a lot of people just can't. They can't move forward. Or I'm also being guided to say that if you're doing something creative and you're not having as much traction as you would like, it isn't about you and it isn't about your creative project. Sometimes divine timing is at play. People might not be ready for your products yet. And I can personally attest to this. I made a bunch of products like 4 or 5 years ago, and people are just now kind of coming around to it. So the important thing is that that you don't back down and don't blame yourself and don't think that you should throw the towel in just because it isn't happening right now. Because this card is actually saying this is out of your hands right now, and the universe is working behind the scenes to make whatever it is that you desire your reality. I'm also noticing on this card that there's a big moon in the background. So the moon is feminine energy, and sometimes while I'm hearing receptivity, it can also indicate confusion or things happening behind the scenes that you're unaware of. And the moon is also representative of Pisces. So you might be a Pisces, or someone that you're involved with might be a Pisces. Pisces is also the last sign of the zodiac, and it is also a very intuitive sign. It's a water sign. So listen to your intuition, and if you're watching this reading, your intuition, what am I trying to say? Your intuition guided you here. So there's a reason that you're hearing this, okay? Let's look at your next card, stack A. Beautiful. Wow. Okay, this is really like a continuation of the last card. And it says, surrender to effortlessness. Stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river. So all this yellow is about mental, it can be mental blocks even, or yellow, you can use yellow to bring in mental clarity. So I'm thinking that you probably had a really awesome idea, and unfortunately, because of certain timing or things that have happened, or maybe it wasn't that. Maybe you already had a business that was doing really well, and now this whole COVID-19 thing happened, and you aren't working right now, and you just want to work, and it's like nothing's happening. Or again, like I said before, you could really be putting a lot of time and energy and effort into something, and it isn't showing you huge rewards right now. The really important thing that you can do with this time period is to surrender to effortlessness. So allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to surrender any, pushing energies or any trying to force something. Just step back from that. Imagine yourself floating on your back in a pool of water or even in the ocean, and just how freeing that feels. And once you do that, that is actually when you let the universe come in and you allow yourself to receive. If you're pushing so hard with something, you're not giving any space for any magic to come in and work for you. So that's what I'm getting out of that. Awesome. Okay, so your next card is from Doreen Virtue and Robert Reeves's flower therapy cards. And this card is new idea, and the flower associated with it is the crab apple. I'm actually hearing that what has been going on with you, this forcing, and you might not even realize you're doing it, or you're under a belief that you have to work hard and you have to push really hard. You might have a belief that in order for you to be able to sell something or to be successful, that you really have to put a lot of hard work into it. What these cards are saying is that no, you don't. You actually don't want to do that. You want to do something that feels effortless and easy. I would highly suggest getting yourself a piece of aquamarine if you're watching this, and I can put a link to that in the description box. Aquamarine is all about going with the flow, so it's a great stone for that. With the crabapple card, I was hearing that you might be feeling a little bit crabby about what's been happening. So, or you could be a Cancer. Cancer, the animal is a crab. So this says your new idea is divinely guided and is meant to be shared with others. So that's so beautiful. Continue to work on it as you are on the right path. So what I'm feeling, although this might seem counterintuitive to the cards I just said, this is actually telling you the new idea is what I've been telling you in the reading. You don't need to push so hard. People do want to hear about this new thing. So allow yourself to receive that. I'm also seeing a lot of white here, which is about purification. So you can purify this other energy, this super hard work and, that kind of stuff, instability, and is it going to happen for me? Like the nervous energy, the controlling energy. You can purify yourself of that with this white, and then bring in some of this pink, this magenta. That's all about the heart center and the higher heart center, and that's really going to help you to manifest what it is that you want. And this last card is also very perfect, and the card is balance, and this is from one of Kyle Gray's card decks. And it says, thank you, angels, for bringing my life into balance. So I have a feeling that you've been working really hard on something. You've have high standards for it, and things have gotten out of balance. And what I'm feeling is your recreation or fun has gotten out of balance. You've been working so hard and really pushing yourself really hard. And even though, I mean, this happens to me too. It really does. I'm an ambitious person, and sometimes I just can keep going and going and going. But what I really need to do is stop and allow the energy to come in. So, I can't do it alone. You can't do it alone. You've got to let the universe come in and help you. And when you stop, you allow that to happen. And it can be as easy as just stopping and meditating for 10 minutes. If you are struggling with balance, and if you are struggling with this kind of aggressive energy that really fills you with this passion or whatever, but kind of gets on the edge of like obsession, I would highly suggest a root chakra grounding. And I've got a great meditation for that myself. It's about 11 minutes long, I think. It's fantastic. So I will put a link for that below. A great stone for grounding. That is where this bracelet comes in. And, labradorite is a great stone for deflecting those types of negative energies, deflecting old beliefs where you have to work hard to be able to achieve anything. Golden tiger eye is such a grounding stone, and so is black tourmaline. You're protected is what this is saying, and you're divinely guided and protected during this time. And if you feel like pressured because of money, this is such an awesome bracelet to get, or if you have any of these stones around your house. Lastly, you could be a Libra, or you could have a Libra around you, because this is the card for Libra. But also, this is talking about justice, these scales here. So what I'm hearing to tell you is that there will be justice in your situation. And all of the work that you're doing, none of it is being done in vain. So don't forget that, and don't get down on yourself. Give yourself a little bit of time to relax. That is the information that COVID-19 is telling you. Don't give up on your dreams, but just give yourself a little time to rest and allow the universe to do some of the heavy, back-breaking work so that it isn't a burden for you, because the universe doesn't want you to be burdened. It wants you to live in your joy, and it wants you to do things that you enjoy. So that is all I have for you, Stack A. I really hope that this was helpful, and I will talk to you again very soon. Bye. Hi, Stack B. I'm so excited that you're here, and we will jump into your reading. The topic of the reading today is, how can I help myself during COVID-19? And if you chose this stack, you chose this lovely Amazonite bracelet. It really is absolutely gorgeous. And I will put a link to this in the description. And let's jump right into your cards. Wow, beautiful. Holy moly. Okay. Right off the bat, you got surrender to rest and sleep. So you are really being told that one of the main ways that you can help yourself during this COVID-19 situation is to surrender to rest and sleep. If you are someone who tends to push yourself, if you are an overgiver, if you are an empath, if you're an ambitious person that just really likes to get things done, this is saying that, and I know how hard this is. I too am very ambitious, and sometimes I just want to keep going and going and going till it's, my goal is met. But this is really telling you that in order to prevent yourself from burning out, you need to slow down. You need to honor your need for quiet time and peaceful sleep, to rest and relax. Do some nice things for yourself. I have a vision right now of, I have a lavender shoulder wrap that goes around your neck, and you can put it in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes. Even just doing things like that, soaking your feet in a warm bath with some Epsom salts is a really great thing that you can do for yourself. Painting your nails. You could even make a salt scrub, I'm hearing, for your hands, just to do something nice for yourself, and also to rest and sleep. And if you can't sleep, listening to peaceful meditation music. And your next card is surrender to spirit. So gorgeous. So you can see the forest here. If you have a forest around you where you live, a good thing for you to do would be to go out and get out in the fresh air. So this card also says, once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. So you might also want to check out card A. This is a very, very similar message. So you've got to, once you put all this energy and effort into something, you've got to allow the universe then to take over. And actually, you want to allow the universe to work with you, because we're all co-creating our realities. So we don't want to take on too much of the burden. If you're watching this channel, my guess is that you grew up in a situation where you were given a lot of burdens to carry, whether they were emotional, psychic, other people's feelings. It could have been physical stuff, like you could have had to take care of younger siblings, or you may have been just taking care of people your whole life. And when that happens, it's difficult to stop that pattern. But the first step is being aware of it. You know, did this happen to me? Is this a pattern in my own life? And for me, I know that it was. So, you know, having boundaries and stopping myself, you know, like one time I even made a goal for myself for the week of, my goal was to not take responsibility for other people's stuff. So whether it's not taking responsibility for items that my kids leave out, or not jumping in when somebody tells me that they're having a difficult time, because I would tend to, especially as an empath, so I don't even need them to tell me. I can feel it already if they're having a difficult time, usually before they can. And then using my power solely inside of me, my energy to process those feelings for them, to make things easier for them. But unfortunately, that's something that I can't really take care of for them. They need to take care of that. And, you know, one of the best ways to stop processing other people's stuff is to call in the higher power, is to call in the spirit and ask for help. So that is your second card. Your next card, gorgeous. Your next card. So one of the next things it's telling you that you can do for yourself in COVID-19 is surrender to passion. So this card definitely looks sexual in nature, but I'm noticing a lot of the red, and it says, the first sentence is, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So I feel like with stack 2, you're either burned out or you're very close to being burned out. So this stack of cards is telling you it's so important that you take some time for yourself to rest, to rejuvenate, to allow yourself to be filled back up. It's important that you surrender some of these burdens and things and tasks to spirit. And with this card, I mean, it doesn't even have to be anything related to making money or related to your work or career. This could be just whatever it is that you lose track of time doing, whether it's like coloring or painting or doing mazes or crosswords or crocheting. I'm really getting that it's a creative, something creative. Could be cooking. The cool thing is almost everything is creative. So, and I don't mean creative in terms of just artsy, like normal people think of artistic things, although anything that's creative is also artistic. But I don't mean like only painting or only things that the general population would call artistic. Really, anything you do that brings your own twist to something is creative. So I'm really getting for you to get grounded too. Get grounded, and getting into your art and your passion, your creativity will really help you to get grounded. It seems like you're in your head a bit. So again, I mentioned this in stack A too about my grounding root chakra meditation. I will put a link to that below. It's like 11 minutes long. You listen to it and it really helps you get out of your head and release heavy energy that you've been carrying. Your next card out is from the Flower Therapy cards, and this card is peer pressure. Don't let others coerce you into a decision. You know in your heart what the right choice is. So something like this also came up in stack A, so I would definitely suggest that you go and check that one out. And the flower is plumeria. That's so beautiful. And I also happen to know that plumeria, the essential oil, is good for inflammation. So if you're having any type of inflammation in your body, or if I'm seeing sinuses, if you're having sinus issues right now, any type of water retention, bloating, it can be caused by this peer pressure. And the pressure, I often get sinus pain in my cheeks, and it's pressure. That's exactly what it feels like. So you're just being guided to listen to your heart. There's so much pink and green on this card, and that's all about the heart and the higher heart chakras. So meditate, go into your heart. Oh yeah, and then you chose Amazonite, which is green, and that's a very heart healing stone. And it's also great for, it's Archangel Raphael. You've got a lot of Archangel Raphael around you. You've got some purple here, which is about your crown chakra. And the yellow here is about your thoughts, having clarity. So if you've got somebody's voice, words that they said to you, something that was against what you thought, or something that differed from your thoughts, you can ask the angels or the universe to clear that from your mind and really start listening to things that are uplifting to you so that those thoughts can be released. And love this. And I really love it because I've been getting a hawk today a couple times, or an eagle. And so your card is Spirit Animal. Thank you, Animal Kingdom, for blessing my path with love. So I'm just hearing, here's a moon. The moon can sometimes be about confusion, but in this card, I'm really getting that the moon is about your connection to lunar energy, to feminine energy, and you've got animal support on your side. I'm not sure if this is a hawk or an eagle. I first saw it and I really thought of it as a hawk, and I've gotten a hawk a couple times today. So here's some feathers. That is indicative of the angels being around you, the archangels. And whichever animals you see when you're seeing this, pay close attention and then look up the symbolism of that, because it's a synchronicity, it's information that's coming in for you. You can also call on the animal kingdom to help infuse you with different types of energy. So the hawk is known for its very keen vision. You can call on the hawk for that. And I feel like you should start paying attention to the animals that you're getting in your daily life, especially if you see an animal, and this can be anywhere. You can hear it in a song, you could see it in an ad on Facebook, anything like that. Like if you get it more than twice, it's most usually a message. And I know for me, when I get animals, I receive a ton of animal communication. I get a certain feeling in my body, or I notice it. I notice the animal. Like I've used this card before, and I don't know if I've ever noticed the fact that there is the silhouette of a bird here. I never noticed that. I got it for the first time today. I think in the past, it just kind of blended into the card. So that's a hawk. And you can use the spirit animals. Also, I do offer a really amazing service called a SOAR report, and it's a spirit oracle animal reading. And that ranges in price from $80 to $150, and you can find out your birth animal, your youth animal, your adult animal, and the animal that's currently with you, depending on which one that you get, and it comes in a really nice report. So if you're interested in something like that, you can shoot me an email and let me know. But just know that you have the animal kingdom around you. Thank you so much, Stack B, for your time, and I will talk to you soon. Welcome, Stack C, and I'm so excited to do this reading for you. And you picked the lovely Azeztulite crystal bracelet, and I will leave a link if you would like to get some Azeztulite. This is a wonderful stone for the solar plexus chakra. If you are an intuitive or empathic, especially the gut, that is what this is for. It is for self-confidence, self-esteem, self-worth, and it's really positivity, optimism, and clear thinking. I also am guided to tell you that Archangel Michael is with you during this time of COVID-19. So let's find out, what can you do for yourself during this time? Wow, okay. So your first card out is Surrender Stubbornness. I'm really hearing that you may be a Taurus or have some Taurus energy in your chart. And what this card is saying is, if you're tensing up or taking a rigid stance about something, gently observe yourself and become more yielding. This will help you communicate more lovingly with yourself and others. So I'm actually right now thinking about my youngest daughter. She's 7 years old. She's a light worker. She's a crystal child. She's awesome. She has a definite stubbornness though. She has a fire in her at times, and it can be with learning. It's almost like she'll get stubborn and she'll like close down when she feels insecure about learning something new. And she doesn't realize she's doing it. We've actually talked about this. And as a psychic, I have a way of seeing things in people that they don't see. Anyways, that is what I'm hearing with this. And also, I feel like this might be about thoughts. If there are certain thoughts in your mind that are just like, there's no way that so-and-so is possible, or this can never happen, I'm hearing that might be part of the stubbornness that's going on here. All right, let's look at your next card. Okay, great. So this is exactly what I was just talking about. And so your next card is surrender negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. So I used to be addicted to negative thinking. I grew up in a household where people were addicted to negative thinking. So I completely understand this. I am now extremely positive, and I love sharing that because it's something that I work at every day. And somewhere along the line, things shifted. And now I'm just more naturally positive. So right now in this crazy environment that we're in with this COVID-19 crisis, it is so easy to get lost in negative thinking. It is really, really easy. So what I'm hearing for you is that this yellow is really about clear thinking. It's about thinking uplifted thoughts. It's also really about positivity and optimism. So you can start, a gratitude practice is an amazing way to start changing your thoughts. And I talked about this in the last video I did. And I do have a gratitude meditations activity. It's 28 days, but it's only like 2 to 3 minutes per day. So every single day I give you just put on your earphones or listen on your computer. I give you something different to think about and to be grateful for. And you just think about it in your head. And I know 2 to 3 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but it works. It really does work. It's amazing. If you don't want to use something like that, I would just suggest writing down 3 items that you're grateful for every single day. If you're on my Facebook page, I do Thankful Thursday every single week. And if you're just thankful for something and you need somewhere to lay it down, you can come and lay it down on any of my posts on my Facebook or on YouTube. Like I love gratitude. It is so uplifting, and it's such an easy way to shift your perception. So surrender negative thinking. Okay, your next card is surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are, without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decisions. So, and also I'm noticing the back of the card right now, and I want you to know this symbolizes Archangel Michael. So Archangel Michael is with you. If there's something that you know at your core is going on, but you're not allowing yourself to admit it, this is telling you that it's time to admit it. It's time to take the blindfold off. It's time to accept people as they are. It's time to, I'm hearing high expectations. So not that you're a bad person at all. I don't think that at all. I actually tend to have high expectations of myself and other people. And I've learned that just because I do certain things doesn't mean other people do them. Or just because I'm a nice person, it doesn't mean that every person I come into contact with is going to be a nice person, unfortunately. I feel like this really has to do with someone outside of you. Anytime I see something about denial, I automatically think of dysfunction. I think of alcoholism, drug addiction. So you might have somebody in your life who is telling you that story. You know, it's not what you think. No, they might be denying things to you. If that is the case for you, the message that you're getting is that you're not making it up. You're not making it up, so it's time for you to surrender the denial. And you know what? The other thing I just thought of is you might be in denial about what you deserve to receive. So it's time to surrender denial of acceptance of yourself. It's time to surrender denying yourself prosperity. That's really what I'm getting. And it's time to surrender the idea that you don't have the power. That's the color. That's the other thing I think of with yellow is power. It's time to surrender the idea that you don't have the power to co-create an amazing life for yourself. That feels good. Wow, more yellow. Share the message of love, the daffodil. Wow, that's a beautiful flower. It's a happy flower. So I really feel like positivity and happiness really want to come and just like burst forth into your life. I feel like this daffodil, it looks like a cup right here in the middle, and it's like telling you, you can fill this cup up with anything you want, and you can drink this cup, and you can have this magic in your life. Share the message of love. So rivers of love flow within you, and others may benefit from this healing energy. Be mindful of each word that passes your lips. So yeah, this is so beautiful. Again, it's another ode to positive thinking in lieu of negative thinking. And your last card, oh, so beautiful and so perfect, is Inner Power, the Divine Father. Divine Father, thank you for co-creating my world with me. And what was I just talking about? And I also talked about the yellow. So you see the yellow at the crown chakra here. That's about bringing clarity to your thoughts. And it's really about, see the aura here is so beautiful. And there's these, oh, this is gorgeous. I love this. This is so gorgeous. So there's these inverted triangles, the Merkaba, and that's spiritual safety. This is really telling you, you know, the divine father. This is like the divine masculine. This is the energy that we all have within us. If you are female, it may be not as familiar to you to access this energy, but you have it within you, and it is possible to access this energy and begin creating your own reality, begin providing for yourself, and begin providing yourself the type of world that you want to see. So it's really about tapping into this inner power here. And I noticed this drum down here. That's a beautiful practice. You don't even need a technical drum. You can beat on a table or pots and pans, or that will help awaken that inner power for you. And I do recommend azeztulite. I will put a link to this in the description box. It's a beautiful, amazing stone. And another thing I'm hearing is I have a great abundance meditation. It will really help you to start visualizing positively the types of things that you want to bring into your life. So if you have a tendency to get caught up in negative thinking or be affected by negativity or things that you're seeing on TV or listening to, start doing things like the abundance meditation, where I walk you through exactly a whole process of receiving exactly what you want to receive. It's changing the way that you think. And because we are always all co-creating our realities, you know, you can either create by default or not thinking about it, which means from reactivity, or you can create proactively, which is through things like practicing gratitude and doing abundance meditations, where you're setting 10 or 12 minutes a day aside to proactively think about what you want to bring into your life. And then you're getting into the feeling place of actually bringing it in, whether it's, you know, financial abundance, whether it's releasing all worry and fear, whether it's finding your soulmate, whatever it is. So I will also put the link for the abundance meditation below. It's an awesome, awesome meditation. And those are your messages, card or stack C. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Share the video with your friends. I'm really trying to grow my channel, and I really appreciate any help that you can give me. Thanks so much. Bye.